I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to be looking at Wellness Division, NPC. We're talking about the NPC Illinois State Champs. We're going to look at wellness class winners from this event. We'll talk about the overall winner, these placings, why they landed the way they did, and ultimately what this means for you as a wellness competitor out there trying to do your best on stage, and no matter your level. That's what my channel's about. That's what all these videos are for, and that's what's going to help you do better on stage. So if you like that idea, hang out, let's watch. So we are looking at wellness overall winners class A. So Haley here, she is the one who went on to go win the overall, not only her class, which is this class, but the overall. So that means she won over everybody else in the event. And, that's a huge thing many athletes want to do. So you may be one of those people that not only do you want to win the overall. So let's start with that. And then we'll talk about Cassandra over here in second place, and then Ngan over here in third, and we'll continue to move down the rest of this class. I like to do that because I think it gives you further insight to exactly what the judges are looking for right now on these stages, okay? So Haley here, our overall winner and Class A winner. What we can see for wellness, right? It's all about the lower body dominance factor. You got to have that glute shape, that quad shape, and your lower body needs to look specifically bigger, more dominant, more developed than what's going on up top, okay? And so for her, we definitely can see that. She's still got the good shoulder shape overall, which you got to have in wellness. You do need to have a little bit of upper body. You don't want it to overpower, and you don't want to look symmetrical, right? So if you have too much shoulders going on, it's going to match what's going on with the quads, the glutes. You're going to look too symmetrical. Big problem for a lot of wellness competitors, right? And I mean, I see it at almost every single level. Actually, I do see it at every level because it does happen where you start to do a little too much upper body and boom, big deal, not doing as well as you could on stage because of that. So for her here, she's really tied it all together, and you can see, in this class as we go out, a little bit of a different look starts to happen. But here she's got great waist tapers in from the shoulders here, and lower body clearly looks dominant. Now, another note, conditioning, right? She's not overly lean. We see some soft lines in the lower body, in the abdominals, a little bit in the shoulder. That's about everything you want to see in this division here. So she's really got the look locked down. Overall, this is wellness, and very good competitive physique for her, class win and an overall win. We will see how things look from the back when they get there, okay? So Cassandra here, what we can see for her is, again, a lot of similarities. She's actually one where it starts to look a little bit upper body dominant though, right? She's got a bit more of that shoulder, a bit more bicep, tricep. Wellness competitors want you to note this. Watch out for your biceps and your triceps. They can become too much if you, start to do this upper body a little bit too much. It starts to make your upper body stand out. And then what's happening, and kind of is happening for her, is lower body, starts to look a little bit more symmetrical. She's got great glute shape, great overall quad shape. Everything is there. Condition is totally nailed, I would say. But the thing is, she does look a tad symmetrical to lower body. So that's an issue. When you have the shoulders and the upper body that match what's going on down here, it doesn't scream as much wellness as it could as like what's going on over here, right? You can see a lot of quads, a lot of glutes, not as much in the upper body. So really key for this division, it's the only asymmetrical women's division, is that you lock that in. You have that asymmetry look all the time, okay? And so she has great quality wellness physique, don't get me wrong. Just trying to further talk about, how these placings may have landed the way they did, how she gets second versus first in this class. So Ngan over here, what we can see, she's got good overall shape to the shoulders, good tapering at the waist here. Lower body seems to have good structure and shape. She's definitely coming in a bit softer than the other two competitors above her. So, a little bit different level of conditioning. Also could use a little bit more fullness and roundness to those shoulders, maybe a tighter tapering at the waist. And, lower body wise, we could get a little more quad sweep here. Also, for the sake of the video, I would say I would play with the posing, just adjust the posing a bit, fine tune that posing just a tad. But, again, pretty on par with what you're going to be seeing at, NPC regional events. So if you are competing in the NPC, you are going to be doing some wellness comps. This is pretty on par with what you will see. Let's take a look from the back now, okay? As we know, back in women's divisions is really the full story. And here we will see it play out right in front of us. So Haley Definitely a very lower body dominant look. When you look at wellness division, the first thing you should be drawn to see, with your eyes, so to speak, is going to be the quad sweep, the glutes, the upper glute, the overall glute, that tie in. Definitely nothing with the upper body. So that's the effect we get here, right? You look at Haley and she's really got it, just ties in, shows everything that you need. You're looking lower body, upper body, very little roundness to the shoulder. That's really all that's there. And that's all you need in wellness division. So upper glute shape is overall good. So overall glute shape ties together well. Good soft tie-in, which is exactly what you should see, and good balance from the quads and the hamstrings. For her to continue to, go up, it definitely just add more muscle, add more shape and size. She's got it. She needs to add more of that development if she wants to, get a pro card, something like that. Let's look over here at Cassandra here. So definitely more of a symmetrical look, right? She has a lot of those same markers. Good shape, good taper. Glute development is very on par here. Upper glutes fully rounded. Overall glute development is there. Good quad sweep from the back and hamstrings that show. So she really does have it all, but she does look a bit more symmetrical, right? You can see that here looking at it. Not as dramatic of a taper as well compared to our first place winner, overall winner, which it looks just very lower body dominant. So again, the wellness division, the most lower body dominant athletes are going to be the ones that are winning. They win, every single time, every single event. It's just the way it goes, okay? Now let's take a look over here at Ngan. She's got, good overall shape to the shoulders, tapers in, lower body wise, just does not have that same muscle density, upper glute overall, not really getting a lot of tie in here because she's a little bit on the softer side there. But overall, good shape, good structure, just probably needs to tighten up a little bit, maybe add a little more muscle there, and that's going to be a fully complete look. Obviously, all great physiques representing this criteria. I'm just trying to give you all further insight into how these placings actually land the way they do. And if you're liking this, by the way, go check out my free coaching trial right here. Grab your phone, type it in right now, teamfflex.com/7-day trial. You can hang out with me, train with me free for 7 days. I'll show you how to train. I'll give you an analysis on your physique. I'll give you those points you need to work on. I'll do whatever you want. They're 7 days free. I am your coach. So no reason not to do this. Awesome opportunity. I keep trying to shout it out in my videos because I've been getting so much feedback on this. Like, it's changing the game for people, and it's free. No reason not to do it. You don't get charged. I don't bill you. Never going to happen. Just check it out. All right. Let's take a look now at our fourth and our fifth in this group. So fourth place, Jessica, and then fifth place, Shannon. Okay. And we will leave Haley right in the middle there, as she is the overall winner and this class winner. So when you start to get in the lower placings, you start to get pretty clear messages from judges exactly about what they're looking at, right, and what they want to see. So looking at Jessica right away, what's the first thing that stands out? A lot of shoulders. She's got a lot of shoulders. She's also very lean, you can tell, right? And this makes her upper body, this pose selection makes her upper body just look totally dominant at this point, right? So still tapers in good. Upper body is, all there. Lower body wise, not as much coming from the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings, partially due to the choice of this pose, right? Just kind of like in here, more of like this look versus a very lower body dominant look that we would want to see. So for her, a little bit too much muscle up top, probably needs more lower body, also needs some posing tweak, and conditioning wise, probably bring a little bit more even of that look there together. So now let's look over at Shannon. So Shannon, good overall shape to the shoulders, tapers in at the waist pretty well here. Good structure. Lower body wise, you can tell the glutes and the quads definitely there. Glutes from the front. For her, coming in a bit soft, it looks like, right? So just on the softer side, not as many lines coming through on the abdominals or the quads or the shoulder. So maybe just a tad softer. We will see the full story on both these athletes here when we get to the back. But realistically, you can tell Haley definitely has the most lower body dominant look out of anyone in this call out. Okay, now last one here. We're going to look at these from the back, and let's see what we can find here. Okay, so from the back pose, what we got is Jessica. So Jessica definitely a little bit more upper body dominant, right? You can see just that recapping. We don't see that on our first place winner here, overall winner at all. We don't see that, right? Tapers in at the waist pretty well. Probably could enhance this tapered look just a bit. Pull that midsection in some more. That would be an advantage to her. And then glutes definitely need just more fullness overall. So upper glute development, overall glute development. pull through that tie-in a bit more, even probably even increase the quad sweep and the hamstrings. She's just definitely coming in much leaner too as well, right? You can start seeing hamstring threading, things like that, where this is a look that is based on fullness and softer conditioning. This is more a look that is based on, being very lean and probably needing a little bit more fullness and muscle. So overall, again, great representations, criteria, great physiques. So all these athletes in this group, I'm just trying to further highlight it for all of you viewers out there if you're trying to figure out your best wellness physique. So Shannon in 5th place over here, great overall shape. You can see her shoulders are not overdoing it. Good taper in here. Lower body wise, good glute structure, quad sweep. Everything is here. This is great. Upper glute maybe needs a little bit more fullness there. And overall would be good to see a little bit more tie-in. So she really does have all the shape, just maybe came in a little bit softer because we're not getting a lot of that tie-in, a lot of those lines from the front, even in the separation up top. So those are the things that, can be minute little tweaks that you can make to go into another competition like in weeks and do differently, right? So she's in 5th here, make those little tweaks and boom, you could be in 1st, you could be winning, right? So that's the class here today. What do you guys think of the direction of wellness look? Are we happy with where things are going? I think wellness is in a really good phase right now with a lot of lower body look, not overdoing it, not over shredded. The athletes that are bigger, and have the bigger upper bodies, they're doing not as well. And I think that's a great thing. It's a really good direction for wellness getting tightened up, wellness moving forward. So let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Coach Ryan is out.